Alright.
Is there a reason that there's like a circle here that's like lighter?
Be vision or something. Somebody put a light source somewhere. Oh, I put a light source there. Yeah. The light.
Well, you've also got to keep in mind, isn't there also a difference between bright and dim light?
Yes, there is. Ooh. Alright, voice activation. Alright, here we go. Hopefully. I'll just leave that on. Okay. Welcome to Typhora. This once great elvish continent on the plain of Terrestria is home to sprawling forests, daunting mountains, and a plethora of races and ethnicities, both new and ancient. This was once a peaceful place where elves and races of all kind freely tread, erecting beautiful cities and societies until the gaze of the gods found its way to the unspoiled land. The gods warred here for decades, scarring the land and dividing its people, all claiming their own band of followers to carry their banners. But as the war raged on with no end in sight, it became clear that there would be no victor. Instead of rule over ashes, the gods parleyed and agreed to remove themselves from the land, each of them retreating into an equally measured area of the heavens behind what is colloquially called the God's Gate. From here, they are still able to influence Typhora and her peoples, but no god has the power to directly interact in an effort to spare the land of their power. As we turn to current day, the proud industrial nation of Orinor has begun massing its armies in the south, with dreams of a greater conquest to prove their prowess is unmatched. And ambitious of truly eliminating the dying sigh, a plague that has gripped the elvish peoples of this great continent now since the godfall. The peaceful Firani of the north pray to the Leaf Lord that no conflict will come to bloodshed, while the inquisitive and knowledgeable mages and denizens of Cloud Castle are trapped in between. We begin our adventure in the simple farming town of Foxton, a cozy hideaway of a village largely undisturbed by the now mounting political tensions. Our view shifts closer to the comforting morning atmosphere of the Foxtail Inn. What few patrons remain inside here on this early afternoon are boisterously joining in song, yelling, laughing, and clinking mugs, for Eradria's crest has come. As the jolly farming folk continue to enjoy their holiday, an out of place tiefling wakes up from a long overdue good night's rest and makes her way down the stairs. Hillary, if you'd like to describe your character.
So I am a dark gray-skinned tiefling. I'm wearing like purple robes. And they're dark purple because I'm trying not to bring a lot of attention to myself. I'm very private. And I'm just kind of trying to make my way.
All right. As you reach the bottom of the stairs, you glance back behind you and give out an audible sigh as your recent traveling companion hurriedly rushes after you. Destroyer, describe your character.
A kind of quirky, goblin-like entity wearing uh, apprentice-like scholar clothing with like fabric kind of loosely outward, wearing these kind of brown pants, dark leather-like boots, kind of a belt, and having a tattoo that spirals from the middle of his head going downward above one eye, having more of a sharp look in accordance to the other eye. Kind of reveals nature quickly stepping down to meet his companion.
All right. As you both now make your way into the tavern proper, you're greeted by a female halfling, about 3 feet tall, with long, curly, reddish ginger hair down to about her shoulders and fiery green eyes. This, you two recall, is the innkeep Merylwyn. Oh dear, happy crest to both of you. Uh, what would you two like to do?
No. Do you have some breakfast, perhaps?
Yeah, we've got a food tent set up outside. The festival's just begun. There's not too much action in here.
Ooh, what's there to eat?
Well, if you must know, I've got a fair bit of stew in the back, but you'll find a better fare out front.
I can go for stew. What about you?
I'm a little hesitant to leave the inn, so I will agree. I think we'll settle for some stew inside.
All right, let's see how much your stew cost. You can each grab a bowl of stew for 2 silver if you mark that off. As the two of you sit down to eat, the door kind of creaks open, and a smaller halfling girl with sort of a blanket and what looks like a backpack full of wares of different instruments comes in, followed by an elvish-looking person, and they kind of split off and stand casually next to a wall. Charlo and Alex, you go ahead and describe your characters.
All right. I'm a little halfling with reddish brown hair. Um, I look very of the earth, dirty, and I'm carrying a sack full of flutes.
I'm just a pale skin elf with white hair. Um, Nothing really that crazy about my appearance. Just leather armor. Yeah, that's it.
All right. You guys sit down, or what would you like to do? Merlwyn comes up to both of you and says, Merry Crest to the both of you. Welcome to the Foxtail Inn. What can I get for you?
I'll take any soups you got.
Well, we do got the stew, you know, the Merlwyn Sensational Stew right in the back here. One bowl cost you 2 silver.
I'll take one.
All right, eat up. The festivities are just getting going. I hear they're gonna have some games out on the square run by the mayor. Could be some very interesting prizes as well.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
What was the sack that the halfling was carrying?
Wooden flutes.
Yeah.
A sack full of flutes?
Yes.
Not just a single flute, a sack full of flutes.
Yes.
Okay.
So she brings you your stew, gives you that information. It's up to you guys what you'd like to do.
I go as far away from the other people as I can and sit down and start eating.
I'm gonna scoot up right next to her. Just gonna point out every interesting figure I see.
You see a kind of bushly bearded dwarven man sitting in the corner with a cup of ale. See maybe 2 humans kind of in common clothes, look like they could be farmers, just enjoying a kind of morning bowl of stew with the rest of you guys. You overhear as you look at them, the 2 of them talking. Did you hear the mayor's got a special prize for the eating contest this year, the pie eating contest? The other guy says, oh geez, last year it was a real doozy. I wonder what it could be this year.
I'm gonna start pulling on the tieflings. Did you hear that? If we eat enough pie, we might get something. What's pie?
Pie, this thing. It's pretty tasty. It's pastry. You'd probably like it.
Oh, I kind of want to join that now. Can we please go? Can
I
we?
suppose. I suppose.
Alex and Charlo, what are you two just eating still, hanging out?
Yeah, I'm not interested in pie eating contest.
Okay. So Hillary and, or sorry, I need to start calling people by their character names. I need to, everyone needs to change their Discord name to their character name because that's the only thing I can see.
Did.
Yeah,
That's fair.
everyone actually has it except, yeah, okay. So Rain and Mischief make their way outside as you open the door to the Foxtail. It opens right up into the town square. You see most of the townspeople, maybe 60, 70 people, are kind of starting to gather out on the lawn. You can see a reasonably well constructed wooden stage with 2 tables and 4 stools set up kind of on the southeastern edge of the square. To the southwest of the square, you can see a booth set up and there's a small line forming. It appears to be a game of some kind. And you also see... Close my tab. You also see a rather noble-looking cloaked figure flanked by kind of an imposing, ashy, half-elvish man in scale armor. Blason and Skyleth, if you'd like to describe your character.
Are we? Who just saw us?
Mischief and Rain. A tiefling and a kind of odd-looking, tiny, greenish, light greenish man.
So I'm Valen. I'm a half elf. I'm about 70 years old, give or take a few years, but who's counting? I have dark blonde hair, green eyes, a medium build. My skin's a little bit tan.
Skyleth?
My character's probably about 6'3". He's kind of tall, average build, like light gray hair. And for a second, you might think he's a drow, but after studying him for a little bit more, you come to realize he's actually a high half elf.
Yeah, people that are more familiar with the area, at least like the bottom half of the continent, would recognize that most of the Ornorian half elves and high elves are of an ashier skin tone. As you two kind of walk out into the square, and then you notice Fallon and Falamir. I'll get it eventually quicker. Onto the stage steps the mayor, and he welcomes everybody. He says, well, hello and happy crest to all of Foxton. Who's ready to have a bountiful harvest this year? And then the crowd kind of is like, here. A couple people raise little farming implements they're carrying around. As is tradition, this year the Crest Festival will begin with the annual blueberry pie eating contest. all who wish to sign up, please approach the stage sometime in the next hour. The contest will begin. This year we have a special prize. There is a hat kindly donated from the Mages of the Cloud Castle.
I'm from there.
It will make sure that you never get hot in the sun again. Drink up and happy harvest.
I raise a glass and cheer heartily.
Well, it seems like you're having fun, Valen.
Might as well embrace the local culture, my friend.
Yeah, I suppose.
Do we hear this in the inn?
I mean, you hear it's a gathering of like at this point the inn is kind of largely clearing out. Most of the people are making their way to the kind of courtyard area, square itself, to kind of join in the festivities and chat and whatnot. So you would hear a lot of talking and sort of commotion as people start drinking a little bit out front.
So, I'm going to tell Coda after we eat. I want to watch that contest.
Did he say where to sign up for that?
Yeah, you come up to the stage and they can sign you up.
Well, I don't have any reason not to participate. I'm gonna go sign up.
Oh, well, to each their own. I'm afraid this is something that does not interest me, but I will certainly watch.
Falamir, as you kind of scan the area, you look towards the other tent that's set up. It has a small line, and it seems to be kind of some game. There are like rings or like wooden kind of triangles that are fashioned with a hole in the middle, and there's a kind of triangular there's poles in the ground at varying heights, sort of in a triangle. It looks like it's some sort of a ring toss type game. There's a sign on the stand that says winners get free drinks and lodging courtesy of the Foxtail Inn.
Did you see that? I pointed to Valen. If we win, we get free lodging and drinks.
Why don't you go try to see what you can win?
Well, can't pass up on a bargain.
So you walk over, you wanna...
Yeah, I'll head over there.
Alright, so you approach, you watch kind of one person go before you. It seems like there are kind of 4 rows of sticks sticking up out of the ground, like handles for farming implements that are jammed into the ground. There's like it essentially looks like bowling pins, but the further back that the triangle goes, the last one is higher, and then they kind of cascade downward. As you approach, kind of an older bearded man greets you. He says, "Hey there, lad. It's good to see a man of Ornor in these parts.
Thank you.
I, for one, was always a supporter of the Empire, but don't tell anybody that. They don't take too kindly, but especially with the current. Anyways, okay. So the way that this here works is that you see behind me the poles are set into the ground. You toss the rings onto the pole, obviously, but the poles, you get 3 rings. And each pole, the higher it is worth more points, okay?
Okay.
The top row, which is a single pole, is worth 10 points. The third row, which is the one right below the top, is worth 5 points. The second row is worth 3 points. And the first row is worth 1 point. Now, at the end of throwing your rings, once we tally all your points, if you've got between 6 and 12 points, you get 3 free drinks at the Foxtail. Between 13 and 20 points, you get free drinks at Foxtail and food for a whole week. Now, you do the better than we've seen any man do in years. You get free drinks, a room and board, and food at the Foxtail for a whole month, and that's 25 or more points. Ready to try your luck, friend?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so the way that it works is you're going to roll 3 ranged weapon attacks, so it'll be d20 plus your dex mod. And then based on what you roll...
Can't use my strength mod.
Okay,
Some
yeah,
throwing wea-
you
some-
could
some
do it.
throwing weapons you use dex or strength
Yep,
mod.
you could do it. You could use your strength mod, so it'll be a d20 plus 4. But you're not proficient, so... And then based on what you roll dictates what row that the ring lands on.
I cheer Falamir from afar as I'm
Oh!
signing up for the pie eating contest.
So the first ring, you throw it, and it completely... you were going for the top ring in the back, and it just skied over, and it landed in the grass, and he goes, "Oh, you're shooting for the fences, are you?"
Yeah, trying to get a feel of these rings. Maybe now that I've done it, maybe I'll be better on my next toss.
You can still get the top prize. Oh wait, no, you can't. Oh, well, you eyed up. You were measuring it the toss before, and you give it a toss, and perfectly lands on the only pole in the back row. And he goes, "Oh my, looks like you weren't kidding." And a 9 gets you on the second row, so you get you get 13 points, which is free drinks and food for a week at the Foxtail. He gives you a kind of pat on the shoulder and a little voucher. You can just write down that you have a voucher from at the Foxtail for free food for a week, free food and drink. As this is going on, I suppose Coda and Aaron, you guys were walking out to the main area.
Yeah.
All right, and Valen and I suppose Rain are all coming up to the stage to register. Is that for the pie eating?
Yep.
I'm gonna walk Rain over there, and then I'm gonna kind of notice the ring toss game, and I'm gonna say, "That's a little more my speed, Rain. Why don't you stay here and sign up, and I'll be right over there."
Oh, okay.
All right.
Is there a rule that we can't invite magical friends? Is that a thing we can do or not?
Are you talking to her or to whoever's registering you?
Kind of both. Because I'm kind of looking back at her and then quickly looking at the guy and then looking back at her and then looking at the guy.
The person with the sort of the kind of clipboard implement that's jotting people's names down. No magical trickeries allowed for the pie eating contest, but we don't shy away from magic in general.
Okay, so as long as the magic doesn't actually make the pie disappear, it's good, right?
You have to eat the pies. Whoever eats the most pies comes out the winner.
Alright. It's exciting. What flavor does pie taste like?
Depends on the pie. These be blueberry.
Oh. I don't know what that tastes like, but it sounds yummy.
All right, Valen, you register without much issue. Rain gets registered. Aaron, you registering as well. Is that right? Charlo, you here?
Yep.
You're registering for the pies as well. Is that right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I do notice the ring tossing, and I would like to participate.
Okay, so you can wander over to the ring toss. You got a kind of tiefling, a darker colored tiefling in front of you, and then Mischief as you As you approach, you see the kind of old man behind. He says, "Oh, you'd like to take a chance at the ring toss, eh?"
I am all about chance, so might as well give it a try.
All right. Well, Lyra, bless you. Here we go. He hands you 3 rings. You are free to toss.
What is it? Dex mod?
For you, probably it'd be you can use strength or dex, your choice. Strength, D20 plus strength or dex mod.
You yeah.
Hey, all right. So the first ring you toss, kind of just you just kind of let chance take the wheel and flip it, and it lands perfectly on the very back top row, and you got a 10-pointer. Go ahead and roll your second. All right, 11's good for the row right below the top. You're just kind of firing them out willy-nilly, and the second one lands just below the first for 5 points, so you got 15. You've got to land on the top row to get the max prize.
I kind of rub my holy symbol. I'm wearing a locket around my neck.
Why don't you roll the last one with advantage? You can roll it one more time because you're praying to Lyra. She'll Oh, all right. So it lands on the third row again, which gives you a voucher for free drinks and food at the Foxtail for 1 week. The old man hands it off to you and says, "Oh, you're so close. We haven't had a big winner in years. I would have loved to see it."
Next time.
All right, you kind of wander away with your. I mean, it's still a week's worth of free food and drink. It's pretty good, so you're not too disappointed. And then Aaron, you walk up, and he has the rings ready for your throws.
I'm gonna kind of stay close and observe until the pie eating starts. Just checking out who else is playing.
Okay, as Aaron's getting up to throw his rings, the mayor comes up to the stage and he says, "The contestants for the pie eating contest have been decided. If you signed up, please report to the stage. We will begin in just a few moments." All right, have your rolls, Mr. Aaron.
All right.
Hey, you throw the first one, it lands on the top row. Perfect first try. The old man at the counter's impressed.
You guys have some strange games.
Ah, something to pass the time. 10 gives you 3 points, so it's on the kind of the second row up. And another 10 points for a 23. Oh, I just noticed I have I have 13 to 20 points, and then I have 25 points plus. So I'm gonna say, well, what did Mischief just end up with? How many points do you remember?
How much was the second tier?
It was 13 to 20 points. How many points did you end up with? You got just 20, didn't you?
I had the top once and then the second row twice.
Yeah, so you just got 20, yeah. So 23 we're going to call good enough for the champion because I screwed up in my note taking. And the old man's like, "Holy moly, I've never seen anybody throw rings like that." "You will be entitled to free room, drinks, and food at the Foxtail Inn, and I'm sure Merylwyn will be happy to serve you."
All right. Thank you.
I'll spread the word. We've got a new champion of the toss.
Easy game.
What a topper.
What a tosser. All right. Go ahead.
As he was doing that, I'm just kind of was observing him, and I'm a little bit suspicious. I'm like, I wonder what he did to get better than me.
All right, as you observe, the kind of everyone that's registered here for the pie eating contest makes their way up to the stage. You see kind of a few just normal farmer folk. It was, let me get this right. It was Valen and Rain. And Valen, did you want to talk to the mayor beforehand?
Yeah, of course. I want to chat him up about this festival.
All right. Well, you approach the mayor. He's just kind of casually talking next to the stage. What would you like to, all you?
Hang on, let me grab my notes. Sir Mayor, did you guys call this the Herodria Festival?
Aradria's crest, you don't know? The goddess of nature has blessed us, and every year we celebrate the passing of the colder months and the return to farming prosperity. I can type it out for it.
That's okay, I got it. Well, very good. Here's to a profitable season. And I hold up a glass.
All right, the mayor he's dressed in kind of nicer. Nicer for his ilk. He's a farmer himself, but he's got a kind of a nicer pair of blue overalls and a little bit of a dirty, dusty top hat, and he holds up a glass and he clinks with you. Ah, yes, to the crest, my friend.
Well, I don't say this out loud, but I've certainly never had any issues in appreciating people who work blue collar.
Well, that's all you'll find at our town, my friend. All you'll find. As you kind of look at him closer, you can see that he's an older man. He's probably in his mid-50s. What once was dark brown hair has kind of turned much lighter due to years of sun exposure, and he's got some spots of gray. And his skin is like weathered, like he makes a living out here every day, pretty much.
I'm curious, how did you come across such a magical prize for this pie eating contest?
Oh, it was kindly donated of the Mages of the Accord. They respect our celebration of the crest, and honestly, the crest is celebrated all across Typhora. But the farming communities tend to latch on to it the most, so they know that a little prize to the people could go a long way.
What better place than here?
Aye, and he holds up his drink again. Would you like to say anything else?
I think I'm ready to get my pie on.
All right, so it was Valen and Rain, and nobody else signed up. Is that correct?
Why don't you sign up, Coda?
Those pies look pretty big.
I'm sure you can handle it. You don't have to.
Yeah, I'll hold back.
All right, so Valen and Rain kind of make their way onto the stage. Next to them, you see there's kind of five kind of regular farming guys and one lady, and then next to all of them there is sort of a very jolly older obese man that is holding a fork and kind of has his napkin tucked in his collar, and he's looking like he's really ready to go.
I want to sit by that guy.
All right, so you pop a squat next to him. Go ahead.
And I say, looks like this is the day you've been waiting for, my friend.
Every year I love these blueberry pies. Don't get a free pie around here too often. He's licking his chops. All right. Valen sits next to him. Rain, you can sit wherever you'd like. It's no matter. The other contestants, filling around you. And then, so how this is gonna work is gonna have you roll a Constitution save every round. Every round is 1 pie. The DC goes up as you get more pies, and we'll see who lasts till then. So the the mayor comes up. Go ahead.
My con's only a +2.
+2's better than -2.
Oh no.
All right, so the
How
go ahead.
how much of a spectacle is the pie eating contest? Like, is the whole crowd focused on this,
It's
or
the
are people just kind of?
It's largely the main event. I mean, there are some kind of smaller gatherings kind of out on the fringes of the square, and you can hear kind of some rambling and like mooing and goat bleating kind of off in the distance to the northwest, but pretty much everyone's focused here.
So I'm just out of habit, just gonna scan the crowd to see if there might be someone who would be a worthy target for a bit of a pickpocket.
I mean, really right now there's not anybody that looks like I mean, these people are very simple farmers. There's nobody of high status. Even the mayor himself's probably not really worth stealing from. Pretty much the only item of value is like the hat that is being very well looked after. It is the centerpiece of the whole situation here.
I take that in and I just kind of like disengage and lean up against like a building.
Okay. So the mayor comes up and 1 blueberry pie is set out in front of each of you. The kind of jolly guy on the end is really juiced up, and the mayor says, "And now for the year's annual pie eating contest. Pie is supplied by Merwin of the Foxtail. Obviously, if you need an in, it's our only one, so you should go there." That gets a little chuckle. All right, if everybody's ready, and he holds up the hat, and he's like, "To the victor go the spoils, let the pie eating begin." And you guys can go ahead and roll a Constitution save. We'll do every pie and see how it goes.
Oh no.
First pie is pretty easy. Don't worry too much.
+0 con. Oh no.
All right, so each of you kind of you take your time a little bit, kind of getting the feel for it. That's okay. You're getting the feel for it. The pies are pretty good. It's a flaky pastry. There's some quality blueberries, kind of freshly harvested. Pretty much everybody seems to really enjoy this first pie because it's not every day that they just get some free delicious food around here. So another pie is brought out, and feel free to roll again.
I'd like to compliment the baker as I prepare to devour this second pie.
Marilyn's out in the crowd, and she sees you and your compliment and gives you a little nod of acknowledgement.
Is there a way for me to pan the window here where our tokens are?
Oh, dude, I never brought you to Foxton.
Oh snap.
I'm so sorry.
So you're looking to pan the screen, just hold right click.
Right click? Oh, thank you. That was really bothering me.
Sorry, you guys haven't missed much, but I'm so sad you were stuck on the test area for so long.
Dude,
No,
we
that's
were all
all
just
right.
vibing.
I can actually manually move, like I can go back to test.
Oh, you can? How do you do that?
Oh, I see.
Oh,
it.
I
It's on the
see.
top tab.
That's weird. I don't know if I like that. But
I think it's because you've given us access to both areas still.
well, it's fine. I don't think it's gonna screw anything up with the way I've got it. All right, so whenever you guys are ready, you got a second pie in front of you.
We already did. We both rolled already.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
do you want
did?
me-
Oh.
I kind of rolled by accident. Do you want me to use that or re-roll?
You can use it. That's fine. All right, so the second pie goes down, and it's I mean, it's still pretty tasty, but you're starting to feel a little bit full. They don't really give you a lot of time, and the everybody's still in. They've pretty much enjoyed themselves. So they bring out the third pie, and you guys dig in.
Oh, oh, oh. Man, I gotta find my character sheet now because I don't have a token out. Okay, I got it.
You can use D&D Beyond, or you can use the actors directory. Oh, all right.
We might be in it.
So Valen comfortably takes the pie down. For being of a little bit slimmer frame, he can really pack in the berries. Rain, however, you're struggling. This is your first time trying blueberries, and they are very good. You're really enjoying it, but it's just so much food, and you take the last bite of the pie. You swallow, and it stays down. You're doing all right. It's not as bad as you thought. But they aren't giving you. The crowd is roaring. Everybody's on their feet. Actually, two people do bow out. The lady that was on the end, kind of just in a simple farming dress, she's out, and then actually two other gentlemen bow out as well. So there's one commoner, the main event man, and then you two left. So go ahead and roll for fourth pie.
So I'm still in it.
You're still in it. You held it down just barely.
I'd like to pat Rain on the back a little too hard and congratulate them on their last pie.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, ooh,
Another pie is shoved right in your face, Rain.
I rolled so bad.
Oh!
Uh-oh. That looked like a 20 to me.
So I'll roll. Let me roll to see if we've got a tiebreaker situation here.
Curious to know if I could better my chances by using my sleight of hand skill to try to yeet some of this pie.
You want to try and you want to pocket some? How do you hide the pie?
What kind of stage are we on? Maybe
Yeah.
I just shove it below us.
I mean, the stage is so it's a wider stage. You're kind of in the middle of it. There's maybe 2 feet of wood on either side of you, and the table's in the middle. There might be some cracks. How about you make a quick perception check?
Okay.
I'm also gonna do something in a second.
All right. All right, so you look down. You do see a few cracks in the wood where you could probably just casually drop some pie and nobody would know.
Definitely what I want to try.
All right, give me a sleight of hand. Oh.
Slide up.
So as you go to brush the I see a whisper. A test whisper.
Yeah, I just wanted to see how it worked.
Okay, I was just letting you know. Okay, so as you go to kind of slightly shovel the pie off the table, you kind of glance behind you looking for the gap in the floorboard, and you see the mayor just just eyeing you, looking at you a little funny.
I want to quickly stand up and say, I've definitely been bested. I was just trying to save this for later. Stand up and compose myself and take the pie in my hand and wish good luck on the other contestant.
All right, all right. The mayor kind of tips his dusty top hat and kind of walks his way to the other stage. He lets you leave just fine. What did you want to do, Rain?
And you know, when things go bad, I ask for a friend's help. I'm gonna summon my tentacle to help me. Kind of push it down.
All right, explain how explain how this is gonna work.
So I'm kind of eating the pie. I'm struggling. I kind of look behind me and I see kind of open space, and I think, you know, when things went wrong, I've only had one help. I had a tiefling. I've had this is my master. You know, I also have this, and I'm gonna summon a 10-foot orange tentacle
All right.
behind me.
So hold on. As you go to cast the spell, hold on, I gotta get. As you go to cast the spell, you suddenly a kind of tanned woman rushes in from the northwest. She's kind of got frazzled and unkempt hair, and she looks like she's very like distraught. She runs up to the crowd, to the stage, towards kind of Falamir, since he looks the most imposing, and she says, "Kobolds! They've taken the children. I was busy making a run to gather some more hay for the animals. When I returned, they were already slaughtering goats and the like, running around rampant." She looks directly at Falamir now and grabs at your cloak. She's clearly distraught. And she says, "Please," and she looks around to the rest of the gathered around crowd. "We're simple farmers. We wouldn't stand a chance against the feral beasts." And then she looks more directly, kind of scanning the whole crowd, kind of seeing all of you and how you're much more prepared for adventure than the normal people of the town.
I say one word and I go where.
They ran off towards the northwest, and there are a few stragglers dragging behind.
Without saying anything, I head that way.
All right, she continues to look around, kind of making eye contact with all of you individually. You clearly stand out amongst this crowd of people.
I fall in line behind Falamir right away.
I'm gonna immediately look for my friend.
The spell didn't go off yet because you were interrupted by her bursting in. The mayor steps up on the stage behind you as all this is going down, and he says, "Please save our children. I'll see to it that any who help will be rewarded from the town's coffers."
I make eye contact with Rain, and we both start moving toward that way.
I'm gonna tap Coda and say we should go. Is that all right?
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
Oh wow. I suppose.
All right, so let's see if I do this correct this time. You guys make haste towards the northwest, where there was a small petting zoo sort of set up with just like different farm animals, cows and goats for the children to kind of mess around with. And then, so do you all don't have tokens here, right?
No.
Right.
Okay, so let me drag y'all out here, and you can put your tokens where you might be. As you approach here, you see kind of a few kobolds making their way. They're kind of trying to escape through the fields here. So set up where you think you might be standing. Probably Falamir's in the front, and then we'll go ahead and roll up some initiative.
Do we always let me see. Do we always want to show the name just to make it easier for now?
Of the enemy names?
No, of ourselves, our tokens.
Oh, sure. I mean, that's fine. You guys can change your token settings as you'd like. To do that, you right click. Well, you'll want to do it in the actor list on your actual, where you double click to open your character sheet. So does everybody know how to roll initiative, first of all?
No, I'm looking.
Okay, so
Got it.
you can either roll from your D&D Beyond character sheet, or you can right click your token and there's a sword and shield that you can click that will put you in the combat tracker, which is the fist in the top right. It'll put a dice next to your name there that you can click to roll, and then you can also right click the fist to pop out the whole combat tracker. And then you can move it around and resize it as you'd like. Oh shit, am I rolling 4 people? No, I rolled for my kobold. Alright. Right.
Nat 20's on initiative.
Step into combat. Oh, come
Yes.
Oh no.
All right, so Aaron, you're running up, and you see these kind of 3. I'll put them a little closer, actually, if I can figure out how. Oh, I see. I'm moving them a little bit so you can actually get there. You guys could have been closer to them if you want. I mean, it's not like they weren't going very fast, but okay. So this is how they're set up, and they're all trying to scurry away.
Alright. So it's my turn, right?
Yep, have at it. Oh wait, why is it starting on Skylith?
That's what I was gonna say.
Let me see what I can do. I'm just... Oh, I didn't click begin combat. Now we got it. Okay.
How do you turn your character?
Hold shift and mouse wheel. So I'm gonna move there. Wait, hold on. Yeah, move there.
Okay.
And I'll take a swing at that guy there, Cobalt.
Alright, have at it. That hits. So you pull out your rapier, you just look at the kobold and you take a quick stab, and actually it pierces him kind of right inside, and he crumples and goes down. They mark him defeated. Boom. Would you like to move anymore?
No, I ended my turn.
Oh, perfect. And it's dead kobold's turn. All right, Valen, you're up.
Okay. Let's see here.
Two left, easy peasy.
All right, I'm gonna pull out a short bow and attack one of the ones that's remaining.
All right.
Do I have to select the target, or I just...
No, you can just tell me which one you want to attack. I mean, the
Is
what?
there...
Wow, why is your little mouse pointer thing so tiny? I have to zoom in so far.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
all of our
crazy tiny.
Oh no.
Is there a way that I can indicate which one it is?
I mean, I see the
So-
one you're mousing over, but
So hit,
Target.
yeah, hit the select target, and you can like click on them, and it'll show a dot for everybody.
okay,
go.
yeah,
It's tiny too.
yeah.
the dots
I think I need to. I might need to do something with my map making or something. I'm not sure. I'll figure that out as we go. I mean, I can see it, but it'd be hard for other people.
I don't have to
Fair.
be sneaking or anything to apply sneak attack damage, right?
No, but you.
Sneaking just gives you advantage.
One of your allies has to be within 5 feet.
Oh, really?
It's allies within 5 feet, or if you have advantage, you get sneak attack.
Ah, okay. I'm just gonna make a bow attack.
Okay, you pull out your trusty bow and you take aim at him.
You know what? Hang on. I think I have my. I know how to do it here.
What is happening?
What are you trying to do?
Make a bow attack. Happened.
Where'd you roll?
You rolled 13.
I rolled it in D&D Beyond because I couldn't figure out how to make it work here.
Yeah,
So
so go ahead, Charlo.
you can either click the icon there to do it, and it'll do both the damage and the attack roll at the same time. You can do it on top of the hit DC button. There's like, and then that'll just do the attack roll.
What? Okay. Like I. Oh wait, I got it. Okay, I see. How do you make it do both?
So next to the name, like short bow on the
Mhm.
just next to it on the left, there's an icon. You can click it, and it does both.
Well, I just did that, and I got this one in the bottom. So then I click each individual button. It doesn't roll them.
No, that's just damage. That's just to
That's
roll
not
for
what happened with
damage.
me.
So, I mean, I'm counting that crit as your attack roll, I think, right? But then
It was,
it
but
didn't
if you don't want to
roll.
count any of the previous ones I made, I don't really care which one you take.
It didn't roll crit damage though either.
Oh, I see. You're trying to use the Foundry one.
I am now.
Yeah, so we'll need to talk about all the options and stuff that we'll have for rolling. How that we'll normalize that after the session. Either way, you pull out your bow. You don't need to roll the crit damage, but you pull back an arrow and let it loose, and you take it lands right in his eye, and he just crumples a little. Sure, I got the right one. He's down. All right, there should be an end turn button for you, but you're welcome to move. All right, Coda, you're up.
All right.
So can everybody else see when I mouse over a token does health bar display?
Mm-mm.
Somebody was doing it a minute ago, and I was actually seeing the health bars pop up.
You see it right now.
No.
Whoa. I didn't mean to do that.
Well, your sling, I mean, you rolled an 18. It just rolled damage with it. It did the same thing that Blason's roll did. So you rolled a 23 to hit, and then you rolled for 5 damage.
Oh, okay.
But we can go through the settings on how to make it better so we can roll all the damage separate and whatever. So you kind of whip your sling around, the pebble in it, you let a pebble fly, and it smacks the remaining kobold right in his forehead, and he goes down. Kobolds defeated. Dead. As you kind of finish off the last kobold, you look around and you see kind of through the wheat field here, you can see kind of tracks and like areas where people have ran through recently, and off in the distance on the far end, the taller people can see that there are still some what are probably kobolds traveling through the field.
So did they capture the children, or did the children get away?
They have captured children.
Do not see any children, so I'm assuming they got away with them.
Yeah, you do see there's a few like dead goats over in the pen area there where they busted down the fence. Some of them missing legs, probably taken for food.
I'd like to check on the tracks.
Okay, give me a. I mean, they're not even tracks. You like can see them running through the field. The wheat is kind of swaying as entities are darting through.
I am charging after those kobolds.
Yeah, we should. I'm going for it.
Okay. Alright, ended the combat so everyone can move around. So you don't have to move your token. So you guys take off running. You're in the cornfield now. Whoever is leading here, why don't you guys first of all give me a marching order? So what order are you traveling in here?
I'm sort of like this with it, somewhere close to Sky.
Alright, so Falamir's in the front.
Skylith token name says Skylith, by the way.
Ooh.
So Falamir and yeah.
There you go. Okay, what's your marching order, guys?
I'm in the front.
Forgot how to move.
You don't have to move your tokens. You just drag your token around. If it's not working, then it's because you need to reload for. I don't know why it happens. But if you ever can't pick up and drag your token, you need to be on the little picture of a person on the top left, the basic controls also, and have the select tokens. All right. So what order are you guys traveling in?
Punch up.
I'm right behind Falamir. Within 5 feet of him.
Yeah.
Bringing up the rear.
All right. So we've got what, like Falamir, and then Aaron and Valen and Coda are kind of in a formation, and then the two of you are in the back. Rain and Mischief.
Yes.
All right. So as you enter the wheat field, why doesn't Falamir, since he's leading the charge, give me a perception check just to make sure you can gauge where you see the movement in the wheat field. All right. Without much trouble, you see it's considerably up ahead, probably at least a couple 100 feet. There are just kind of creatures moving through the field, so you continue to chase them, and eventually you you get out of the wheat field on the other side. You burst out, and relatively far over on the other end of the plains, there's a little bit of dip on the edge of a hill, and you see maybe 5 kobolds kind of running over the ridge to the other side.
This way.
You can see in the distance there's sort of a rocky outcropping kind of farther away that they're most likely running towards.
Give chase.
All right. Everybody's following. All right. So you chase them for a little while. You get to the hill on the edge of the plains here, and right up near the outcropping, and you see.
Okay, it looks like you replaced the old map with this one.
Did it move all your tokens? No, right?
No, it's a black screen.
Right.
Black map.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna try something real quick.
I think the scaling here is a little bit better. The dots of people's cursors seem to be bigger. Yep. I don't know if you want to move me in one more so you can stick someone.
All right. Code. Yeah, that's fine. You guys can move now. So you follow the kobolds, and you come to this kind of cave mouth that's in the side of this kind of rocky outcropping. It's a pretty significant chunk of earth. As you approach the cavern entrance, you can hear very faint kind of chittering and laughing from within, and the stench of wet, dank earth fills your nostrils.
I start moving in slowly.
Here, I can see what. See if I can token. Perfect. Okay.
Has anyone been here before?
Can't say I have.
Before we go in, I put my hand on Rain and I give him Blessing of the Trickster.
Alright, the moment you kind of touch him, like grab your robe, unable to see anything.
I mean, if you have
I'm
torches,
wandering around.
if you have a torch, you can light a torch. If I mean, you can talk with each other and figure out how you. It's not. It's pretty likely that this is like for example, Falmir in the distance can see that there is a torch kind of embedded in the wall.
Yeah.
This is very likely a sort of base of operations for the few kobolds that you saw.
Is there a way to put
I-
descriptions in the chat?
Put what?
Put descriptions in the chat, like with Roll20 and the spells and stuff, abilities, whatever.
Yeah, you should be able to just hit the name of the ability.
I think time is of
Oh,
the essence.
it's the symbol on the left of the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you click that, it's gonna try to cast the spell, and it'll use a spell slot and everything.
Oh, this isn't a spell, so.
I just don't know if there's a way to link them without using it.
All right, so it's up to you guys how you want to proceed. If you want to light torches or make a strategy, or
Oh, I noticed that they're having trouble and suggest. Do you need a light?
Yes, please. I can't see anything.
That would be very helpful.
I'll go ahead and cast a light spell, I suppose, on Mischief, I suppose, or not Mischief, Valen, or who's not seeing? It's
Coda.
Coda and
so
Rain.
it's Coda. I'll do it on Coda. Let me move that.
Okay, I'll fix it. Some light then.
You don't need that circle, do you?
All right, you can see now, right, Coda?
Yep.
And then Rain, you should be able to see around Coda as well. Beautiful.
All right, so that's perfect. Just stay back far enough so we don't reveal our location.
Yeah, be warned. That is a visible light source that is on you. So enemies and
I'm listening for sounds.
okay, you roll a perception check. There you go. All right.
Oh, did it twice, but yeah, nat 20.
Well, you could use the first one. So you kind of step out into the cave mouth and you listen. You can hear kind of the faint crackling of different torches and things like that. And you just hear kind of softly echoing in the distance, to the west mostly, some kind of chittering and things like that.
I'd like to start scouting up here. Stealth.
All right, roll a stealth. So as we move here, I need a marching order for you guys. Because I don't expect people to move their token every time they take a step, but whoever is helming the charge will be the leader of the push, kind of, and then the rest of you will be, if they're scouting ahead stealthily, you'll probably be 10, 15 feet behind, but otherwise you'd be in a group sort of moving together. So let me have an order that you're traveling in.
I'm always in the lead.
So you're in front of Aaron, who's trying to scout.
As long as he's, I'm in. So your question's kind of confusing. So he's scouting ahead, which is fine. That's why I'm holding back. But when we're charging in, I'm usually going to be leading the charge.
Yep, that's cool. Okay. So you're not moving right now. You're letting him push forward and look around.
Yeah. I'm breaking from the group is what's happening.
Yep. Okay. So the rest of you that are behind Falamir, where would you be traveling?
I'm gonna go in front of Coda to try and block the light a little bit from anybody who may be ahead of us.
Okay.
I'm most likely just gonna follow behind wherever Mischief goes.
Okay, so we got Mischief and then Rain are behind Falamir then. And then Valen and Coda, are you in the back?
I mean, I'm just staying put so I don't give away our location.
Yeah, I'm talking like the whole, like in general, the whole dungeon. Whenever you are moving as a group, what order will you be in?
I guess place your guys is in the formation, I guess.
Yeah, like get in a line that you would travel in. Like put yourselves in the formation you would have if you are walking through this dungeon.
I think it would be something like that.
Okay, great. That's all I need.
Okay.
All right. So I mean, you can scout where you'd like, Aaron.
All right. So I'm gonna go this way and taking peeks. Is this where we were hearing the noises from?
I mean, it was very generally a western direction. There's
Yeah,
the
that's
caves
what I
are
mean.
echoey, and there's a lot of bouncing noise off the walls. It could be. I mean, you can try and listen again if you'd like.
Yeah,
You'd want
that's
to.
what I mean. Is as I'm walking up here, I'm gonna see if the noises are becoming, I don't know, more focused.
Okay, roll a
So I
perception check.
know which way it's coming from.
Sure. All right. I mean, with the noise bouncing off the walls, you kind of triangulate it pretty much to be like the. It's definitely to the west, but you can't hear much more. There's just very dim, like very quiet, kind of like snarling and.
Okay. So I'm gonna keep going here. All right. So I guess this is what I see. Is some light.
You see what you see.
All right. I'm gonna come back here and tell everybody to move up some. Okay, hold there. I'm gonna try and poke my head over here.
All right. So as you come into the cavern here, um, you kind of see that the area is lit by kind of glowing red crystals on the nearby walls, and there's a giant kind of hole in the middle of the room that is kind of dotted around the edges with green mushrooms.
Okay, and do I hear anything in here specifically?
No, no. I mean, you hear like you can roll another perception check, but you haven't heard anything in a little bit here.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and roll another perception.
All right. At this point, you don't really hear much of anything like that would alert you to kind of enemies in there. Why don't you roll a stealth check as well if you're continuing to move forward?
Yeah.
All right. No, you hear kind of soft shuffling of feet, maybe like you still hear kind of crackling of fire to the west as well as in like to the north and other directions.
Hmm. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple steps in here.
Okay. As you approach the hole, why don't you give me an Arcana check? All right. So these crystals, while they are like very vaguely magical, they are very common in areas like the Underdark. Um, they generally just give off light in the area there.
All right. I'll tell them I still don't see anything, and continue on.
When he comes back to talk to us, said, "Do you want us to move up?"
Yeah, sure. You guys can move into this room here. The crystals are just lighting, I think. Might want to stay away from the hole.
I see it.
If anyone wants to look closer at areas or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd like to try to hide.
Yeah, you can roll a stealth check. All right, you kind of try and blend into the darkness around you, kind of sticking to walls and stuff.
Perfect.
All right. I guess I'm gonna stick to moving around here. Let me know if you need me to make another check. Continuing to listen and move up.
You can make a perception check here now, I suppose. All right. I mean, you can very clearly see sort of a lower embered fire directly in front of you, but you don't really hear much else at the moment.
All right. Taking a look at here in this room. Don't see anything. I'm gonna go back and get everybody.
All right. How did each of you walk to this room? Like,
You mean the room with the hole in it?
yeah. How did each of you travel through here?
I went around the edge of the hole, like the outside, I guess. So hold on, let me map my movement for you. I'll start back here.
You can do it with the control drag.
All right.
Just yeah.
You're good. All right, Valen, if you're right there, I'm gonna need you to make a DC 10 Constitution save. And are you trying to look in the hole?
I wanted to go around this edge, but there wasn't enough room, so I was gonna go around.
We don't need to go all at once. That's just. So are you looking in the hole? Or you're just trying to go around the southern edge of it?
Yeah, I was, but
Yeah.
when I got to where I am here, I didn't want to try to traverse the next space.
So as you walk up towards the hole, like you step on a mushroom right below your feet, and a puff of green smoke comes up. Go ahead and roll a Constitution save. All right, you just barely, you kind of inhale a little bit and cough it out and kind of steel yourself. As you do look at the hole, though, you can see that it is almost unfathomably deep. It's like you can't see the bottom, but you can tell that it's sort of well over 100 feet deep, and you see sort of a frayed, broken rope ladder resting on the northwestern edge of the hole itself.
No thanks. That's not for me.
So I suppose I'm gonna take a peek in this room here.
Okay. Um, I mean, I suppose as you step your head in, you do see to the south a like kind of snarling kobold, and he sees you too because you aren't trying to be stealthy right now. So let's roll some initiative. If the people in the back, I mean, I guess if you're scouting, then they probably are that distance back, I suppose.
Well, I see him draw his weapon, so because I'm like 15 feet behind him.
Yeah, you can each move up like 10 feet or something.
Won't let me go into combat.
Yeah, I have to activate it. All right, should be able to now. Are you trying to move forward to 10 feet, Alex?
Yeah, I was in a weird spot behind the wall.
All right, so as where should it? All right, I need initiative rolls from my kobold. All right, so as you kind of turn the corner, Aaron, and you look to the south behind you, you see at least one snarling kobold around the corner, and he sees you as well and picks up a dagger and comes at you.
All right. So it's not my turn right now.
It is your turn, I believe. Right? You rolled the yeah. Is it not? It's not
Okay.
showing you the thing though. That's a bummer.
What thing?
The tracker thing, the little glowy circle.
Oh yeah, I don't see that.
I don't know
Okay,
why everyone
so
has fucking targets on them either.
that's because somebody got hit with an AOE.
Oh, it was your light spell thing? That's so
Yeah.
weird. Okay.
I don't know what that's from because that wasn't there when we were first setting up. I don't know what module is doing that.
Okay, I'll figure it out. Got a week to figure it out.
All right, so I point out that there's cobalts over here quietly, and then I'm gonna move up.
I mean, it can't be that quiet unless you're just telling Falamir.
No, I'm not. I'm like pointing them out.
Okay.
They're just.
I mean, you guys can hear a scuffle. They're snarling and drawing weapons.
All right. So I'm gonna swing my rapier at that one there.
All right, 18 hits. And 7 damage is enough to cleave him down. You take your rapier out and you kind of slash at him across the chest, and he just crumples down.
All right. There's the circle.
Oh, okay. Didn't show the first person. Showing the dead marker either.
Okay. So that was 15. guess I'll attack this one next to me.
Okay.
I believe if you right click the status, it's a big icon.
14 hits. And with 10 damage, you kind of pull out your sword and take a slash at him and cut him kind of across the neck, and he crumples down as well.
All right.
Get them. This.
Coda the Lightbringer.
Yeah. All right, Coda, you're up.
Wow, that's great.
All right. I guess I will use my sling on this one. Is it? Can you see which one I'm pointing at? Okay.
There's only one that's alive.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, the other one I couldn't get to mark appropriately, so I.
There it goes.
There we go. So you whip back your sling and you take a shot at him, but the pebble kind of crashes off to the cave wall behind him.
All right.
Is that all your movement?
Yeah.
Okay. Next turn is finally a kobold gets to swing at somebody. So this fella's gonna snarl and whip out a dagger. Oh, not my turn. Now it is. There. And he's gonna take a stab at Aaron here. And he will kind of stick you in the side, and you take 6 damage as the blade plunges in. All right, and he's actually going to use. Let's see. No, he's gonna dig in and fight for it. All right, he's gonna stay here. That ends his turn. Mischief, you're up.
I whisper, Rain, I know you probably can't see right now, but I'll be back for you.
You do see around you, there's glowing red pulsing lights and strange green mushrooms next to
Yeah, but I can't see in front of me.
an incredibly deep pit.
Just go for the light.
You can squeeze through there for sure if you want to get up next to
How do
Coda.
I move? Oh my goodness.
You just drag your token.
So if you want to use it that way, you can hold control, and then you can just press space, and it'll do it.
Yeah, you can hold control and drag and then change the route that you take along the way and hit space to travel along the whole route. Or you can just measure beforehand and then drag your token. All are fine with me.
Okay, so I'm going to use all my movement, I think, to get there. And then I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
All right, that's a dex save, yeah.
Yes, DC 13 Dex.
And he fails. So go ahead and roll your damage. Oh, all right. You cast down a kind of a beam of light and you clench your fist and it shoots down and kind of blasts him. He's significantly injured, but he's barely holding on. Valen, you're up.
Trying to get my stupid headset to work. It keeps.
It keeps.
So just so you guys know, if you're using the Beyond sheet, there's like a heal damage button next to your hit points. You can just type in the number and hit damage, and it'll take from your hit points.
All right, am I still hiding?
I don't necessarily think so, but you have someone within 5 feet, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you'll get sneak.
Yep,
Okay.
you get sneak attack. But I mean, this kobold is gasping for air. It's pretty heavily wrecked from the holy energy that was just blasted on it. All right, hits. I don't know how you roll your sneak attack as well. Want to. Wow, it really makes you post that whole damage thing. All right, well, you pull out an arrow, kind of let it go, and it plunges right into his chest, and he actually gets like forced back into the wall, and he crumples down. He is destroyed.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
It's muffled, but yes.
It's muffled. Okay, I'll work on it. I borrowed a headset.
All right. So kobolds are dead. It was quite a ruckus, but you did manage to take out the 3 bros.
I go back and I look for Rain.
I'm currently just tugged against the wall, looking at the red light, kind of huddled.
Scared.
I'm right next to you. Grab onto me and move with me.
Just immediately get hugged.
All right, let's try and find these kids. Let's keep going.
Is there anything looking around in this room, like what was in here?
As you look around the room, you can roll a perception check or an investigation if you'd like. Investigation.
Oh, fuck.
That's fine. It's
It's int instead.
yeah, it's
Yeah. It's +0.
okay. So you no, I'll use the first roll. It's fine. Looking around, you notice that the kobolds really didn't have much on them. There's just like simple daggers and slings, but this area is just like a small makeshift camp. The fires and embers with 3 bedrolls there, where they most likely would be kind of laying down to sleep after a raid or something. But there's a couple
Alright.
daggers laying around if you wanted to grab them. It's up to you. Or
I'm gonna sneak around and listen in here. Kind of poke my head, see what's going on.
okay, give me a perception check. All right. As you get closer to the room in front of you, there's sort of light kind of cascading down to the wall, and you hear sort of in a kobold voice, I suppose, some sort of kind of broken English. He says, "Eyes open, stinky people will come for younglings." Just kind of hear that sentence, and the other people in the room. You hear a little bit of clattering around, like they're getting ready for a battle.
All right, so kobolds in here, and they're preparing for us. So why don't you go first, Falamir?
All right, going in.
Everyone
Uh,
can move up.
I'm gonna cast guidance on Falamir.
Only works for skill checks, just so you're aware.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to be in touch range of him, so you're right behind him?
Yes.
Alright. Lasts for a minute, right? Yep.
And it's concentration, I believe.
Yep. Okay. So as you approach the corner, Falamir, you hear, like, traipsing around, a bunch of shuffling around the corner, some weapons being picked up.
Seems like a lot of them.
Yeah, so I turn the corner. Were they speaking in common?
They were speaking in common, correct?
All right, I'm just gonna say surrender now or prepare to die.
We'll never surrender to filthy, stinky humans. Humanoids, whatever you are.
Can the light source reveal herself?
What do you mean?
Oh, can I move up like as a light source? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are, we're rolling initiative. Falamir just yelled out, these kobolds are coming charging.
There's a light source right here, and it's showing on the map. So
So everybody have a roll. Really?
My token went all the way to the bottom for some reason.
You good.
Thank you.
Right. So the let's see where. All right. So this kobold whips out a dagger and charges forward towards Valmir, having revealed. Why is it so dumb that I can't just there? I don't know why it wouldn't start at the top of initiative. That's super weird. I guess I'd need to not hit begin combat. That's probably the problem. I'll figure it out. We'll get there.
that's probably it.
Alright, so this kobold's gonna run up straight at Valmir. He's gonna take a little bit of cover against the wall. And he's gonna stab out with a dagger. Your AC is at 18?
18, yep.
Okay, so he stabs at you and you take your shield and kind of push the dagger to the side. He just starts snarling. His quotas go. Let me get some more. Need to be faster with my music cues. Oh, why is it playing two things now? What have I done? There we go. All right, Coda, you kind of sneak your way in as you look to the door to your left. It looks like it's kind of heavily locked. There's sort of a makeshift wooden structure set up. It's a rather hefty wall.
All right, I will sling attack this guy.
Okay. I guess we need to find a better way of identifying tokens and things like that, huh?
There's ping, is there?
I don't know. I guess not. Oh, the big sling.
Big slinger.
So you whip it around. Give it some damage. Boom. Launching 8 damage. Let me see which kobold this is.
A package with a ping in it.
There is, you said? Yeah. I'll need to find it. Well, yeah, I need to look into a lot of stuff now that I know how it plays. All right, so you you whip around your sling and let it rip, and it launches right into the kobold's temple, and he crumples down. Got the right one. Wow. Blast him. The one in the
Oh, on my turn.
okay, the one in the back with the shield just kind of smacks his spear on his shield, and he says, "You will not get out of here."
So there's one right in front of Valamir.
Can you not see him? Yeah, you
No,
can
I
see
can
him.
see him. I'm just making sure I have a clear vision of the target.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna attack that one.
So keeping your distance, you pull out your bow once more. 15 hits.
And I can apply sneak attack damage too, right?
Correct. Yeah, there's got to be a better way.
You just found D&D Beyond. You don't have those windows.
Yeah, I want to play with it a little bit more here, and then I'll try it over there some more.
All right, you let an arrow loose, and it slams right into the it sticks right into the kobold's side, and he doubles over down on the ground. He is defeated. Make sure you click end turn when you are done.
I am. Let me see if is there a way to modify the amount of arrows I have?
Should be on your sheet.
Oh, there we go. There's a place to do it.
All your sheet like upkeep and that kind of stuff should definitely be done on D&D Beyond, because it will not track the other, like it won't affect both sheets if you edit it one place, and D&D Beyond is the one that we will use for all of your inventories and like everything. It's the main tracker.
Okay, got it.
Can I see the one with the shield? Can I attack him?
If you can see him, you can see him. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to cast Guiding Bolt.
All right.
Ooh,
As you cast your spell, why don't you describe what it looks like?
So it's like a golden kind of sparkly, like almost like a sparkler orb of light that I'm gonna shoot out of my hands.
All right, let it fly. Oh.
Oh no!
So you do launch a bolt of a sparkler stream out of your hand that just hits the kobold's shield sort of, and he flicks it to the side, and it crashes into the rocks behind, and a few rocks kind of trickle down.
I kind of shake my hand out. Oops.
You're still learning. You're new.
Move me back.
My turn.
You've been declined. Oh, you're supposed to be up there, huh?
Yeah,
Where were you?
I was right there.
Okay.
Or no, right there.
Okay.
So
I don't know why it moved me back. It was weird.
Looks like it's Falmir's turn. You rush up, stomping on the corpse of the kobold under your feet.
So I move up to there, and I say, "You've been warned, and now you must pay the price." And my eyes glow orange, and then I'll use Green Flame Blade on the guy with the shield.
Okay. Ooh. Yep, that hits.
Okay, so how I'll describe how this spell works. So, my eyes glow orange, and I slash, and when I hit, the echo of the slash remains there. It turns into fire, and it leaps over onto the other
Hell yeah.
kobold.
All right. So give me damage there.
He takes 5, and then the other kobold takes 4.
Takes
fire.
4. Okay. So you slash into him, and the one with the shield brings up his shield to try and block it, but you come down too strong, and instead of deflecting the blow, it kind of goes right into his shoulder, and then that sort of the impact of your slash turns to fire and flits off towards the one right next to him, hitting him as well, and they both kind of shriek and growl. Rah!
I'll end my turn.
All right, let me get my damages in here. Did that work? Yes, it did. All right, so Kobold is dead. I'll remove him. And Rain, it is your turn, sir. You finally get to see some action.
Alright, so I'm gonna go run to.
You don't even know what's in there, do you?
No. I see the torch. It's like my only source of light. So I'm gonna run in. Right there. Oh. I see.
So yeah, you run in just as Balmir is swinging at the kobold, and you watch kind of some fire streaking off his blade and hitting the adjacent kobold.
You know.
Oh, what the heck?
What?
Like it just freaked out and made a bunch of next up noises.
Oh, I think it's because I removed someone from combat. Maybe I removed one from the tracker that was dead. Yeah, I think we can probably do without. We just need the glowy thing on the bottom. Fuck all the noises and junk. Gotta trim it down. What you doing, Rain?
Roll to attack.
On which one?
I'm gonna just this one.
All right, make sure you decide beforehand, so I don't think you're being shady. All right. So 15 hits. What does your Eldritch Blast look like as you fire it off?
It's gonna see this orange blast of energy kind of come through my arm and then to the hand and then kind of releases into like a ball.
Alright, so you wheel back and you launch like a orangish ball out, and it slams into the kobold, and he actually tumbles backwards due to the quality of the blast, and he lands on top of the fire, crumpled and done for.
And hold on, let's see. How far?
That doesn't remove the fire light source, does it? No, okay.
No. And then behind the big guy, I'm gonna summon a tentacle.
Is it a bonus? It's a bonus action?
It is a bonus action.
Alright, let her rip.
And let me do this real quick.
Alright, so now that you've actually summoned your tentacle, what does it look like? Is it orange as well?
It is literally a pure. I'm trying to pull up my character sheet. It's not.
You might have to reload hit Control R if you can't bring up your sheet. I don't know what causes that. I need to find it out.
I'm reloading it.
Anytime you can't bring up your sheet right away, it's like a couple seconds to reload. I'd recommend doing it.
describe a. Oh, low. There we go. I think it's good. Yeah, it is. Okay. So then I'm going to cast Grasp of the Deep. So then, as this large 10-foot orange tentacle that has this like spectral orange like color to it appears behind the kobold leader.
All right. I suppose I need a token for that. Does it take? Can people move through its space?
No, they cannot.
Hmm.
And it also attacks the moment I summon it. So hold on, it's let's see if it'll actually show up here. It doesn't because it pops up there. Okay. See if I can roll it from D&D Beyond if it'll let me. Deep.
In a risky Google search here for an image of a tentacle.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Let's see. Okay, and then again. It
Does that
hits
not
the.
work?
Oh wait, what does not roll to hit? Why does it just do damage? No, that's wrong. I'm not sure why it's not rolling. It just rolled damage and rolled its dice. I don't know why.
Does tentacle last for 1 minute? You make a melee spell attack. So it's just your spell attack mod D20 plus.
That's what I'm doing. For every reason it rolled. It's plus. Tell me if this hits, but it already rolled damage.
Oh yeah, that hits.
21.
Yep.
Alright, it takes 8 points of cold damage, and it gets its speed reduced by 10 feet.
Alright, we'll say for the time being here. Is your tentacle? Ah, so scary. Alright, it was 8 damage. Alright. So the tentacle rises from the ground, and as it smacks him, it actually, like, where you think you'd see blood, like, it splashes water instead when it hits him, and he seems significantly hurt by that.
That's that my turn.
Alright, Aaron, you're up.
Move up to him here. All right. I suppose I'll take a rapier attack on him.
Alright. 14 does not hit. It just glances off his shield as he puts it up and shrugs your attack out of the way.
All right.
Be removed now.
Yeah, it flips out.
Yeah, I'll figure that all out. Okay. So, kind of furious at the amounts of damage that the kobold has taken so far, and especially at the sort of magical skill displayed by Falmir, he lunges at you and cackling and tries to smack you with his spear.
I actually don't see Falamir at all.
What?
I don't see Falamir at all.
You see another token below him?
He's on.
Yeah, yeah, there's a kobold there.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. It runs away. Okay. You bring up your shield actually in response to the spear, and he kind of stabs right in the center of it, but he can't push through. That will end his turn, and it will bring us back to Coda. He still looks reasonably hardy. He's pretty ready for a fight.
Alright. I'll move up here. And I will attack him with the sling again.
Okay. All right, 18 does hit. Go ahead and roll some damage. Damn, you blast him. You pull back your sling, and as he's blocking, or as he's stabbing with his spear at Falmir, the rock kind of pecks him in the head, and he is staggered a bit.
And that will end my turn.
All right, Valen, you're up.
All right. Gonna stand right behind Falamir as per the norm. And attack this guy.
All right, you shooting arrows.
Yes. Did that work?
No, that's only damage.
Oh, that only did damage? Okay, hang on.
If you're rolling off the D&D Beyond sheet, the one with the damage roll is next to the attack roll. The attack roll is the one that says like +6 or whatever.
I feel dumb.
And then it should give you a button, yeah, to roll damage off of it. You can re-roll damage. I'll be nice.
Well,
And
that
you
depends on whether or not I hit.
Oh shoot, a 14? No, actually a 14 just misses. So you do launch an arrow off, and he it soars sort of right over his head as he ducks down to stab.
Okay. That ends my turn.
Yeah, you
Oh
click.
wait, I gotta hit a button for that.
You got a button. All right, Mischief, you're up.
Cast Sacred Flame.
Oh man, all right. So as you sort of bring down the flame, you notice that like while your guiding bolt was sort of like a sparkler, this flame has it's like waves of sort of purple in it. And he does not save. He rolled a 1. Roll your damage. Alright, so the sort of purplish gold flame kind of actually comes up from under his feet and just like blasts into him for 5 damage. Alright, he's starting to look pretty beat up.
All right, I will attack.
Oh, he's still a fighter. This time he just sort of steps out of the way a little bit as you bring down your blade, and it just glances to the side.
Alrighty. First things first. Gonna cast. Hold on, get rid of that. Does a 21 hit?
A 21 does hit, sir. Roll your damage. Your orange blob shoots out again.
6 points of force damage, and then my tentacles take a swing.
Oh yeah.
What the blue circle is?
Yeah. I will get some art for it. Trying to find something. 12 does not hit, so as the blast hits him, it actually shifts him out of the way of the tentacle that's coming down to swing, and when the tentacle hits the ground again, you see like bits of water splash up where there is none on the ground.
Sorry. Oh, my bad. I'll end my turn.
All right. Just take another swing at him.
All right, swing away.
Wow.
Oh. You hit the same thing when the blast hit, you went to swing as well, and He moved out of the way due to being blasted.
All right. I'm gonna move one square down here.
Okay. So as he's like on his last legs and you take a swing at him, he's gonna stab back at you with his spear. Uh, and he does not hit. You're moving too quick out of the way, shifting position, and he stabs just wide of you. Coda, you're up.
All right. I guess I will use my sling again.
A 15 just barely hits. So you're pretty practiced with all the days in the woods, just chucking rocks at stuff, and you,
He's a slanger.
yep, you just blast him in the side with another rock that sends him tumbling off balance and making him look. He is just holding on right now. He drops to one knee and is panting heavily.
All right. I'm going to move up and attack him, but if by chance I hit him and kill him, I'd like to do non-lethal damage instead.
Okay. Oh, it hits. You can still roll your sneak attack damage.
I just had to figure out how to do that.
Does it not just roll the damage? I'm gonna try something. Oh nope, that's exactly what.
It was doing it earlier.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, it's you have to do it in your. For some reason, it's in your inventory. And that one has the damage button on it. It's super messed up. Have to clean it up a little bit.
I don't see it in my inventory.
The top thing under weapons, sneak attack. Are you on your foundry sheet?
Yeah, I'm on my foundry sheet.
Yeah, I see it.
It's unarmed strike.
Oh, that's really weird. Oh.
And when I hit the button that used to do it, it doesn't have damage anymore. Let me just do it from D&D Beyond.
That's fine. You can just anytime anything goofs up, I'd say just hit Control R and it'll probably work right away. Well, I'll do a lot to clean it up over the week here. Okay. So how do you non-lethal this kobold?
So I am using a rapier, but I try to use it across the side of his face instead of trying to go for any kind of lethal strike.
They like swing it like a baseball bat at his head, and he
Yep.
and he just takes the brunt of it in the temple and crumples down onto the ground, collapsed, sleeping.
Maybe we should try to find these kobolds' motivation for capturing the children.
We haven't found the children yet.
Where's the children? We still need to find the
Yeah,
children.
we still haven't found our objective.
You can hear behind you, on the other side of the wooden wall, like attempted hushed kind of gasps and cries.
Well,
Oh.
maybe we can bind him and then
Shit.
focus on saving them instead.
I never made a door. Did that open up now? What just happened?
It has.
Yeah. It's fine. The door isn't locked anyhow. So the door is sort of just open, and as you come up, you can push it open, and you can see inside there are 6 kids sitting there. 6 kidnapped children lay huddled together in a corner. The lantern light is barely illuminating them. They're skittish at first as you open the door, but seeing that you aren't kobolds, they kind of just look up to you, and one of them speaks up and says, "Are they gone?"
So there's no kobolds guarding them then.
You killed the kobolds that were guarding them.
I just meant like in their little.
No, it's
cells or
like
whatever.
no, there's no kobolds inside there.
All right, I guess I'll go in there and say, "Hey, children, everyone okay?" And start to untie them or whatever.
They're not tied up. They're all pretty young. They were easily moved here by the kobolds. One of them, the same one again, speaks up and says, I think we're fine. Is everybody okay?"
Everybody who?
The
Is someone
town?
referring to us?
Everyone, everywhere. Are they all right?
We're all fine. We're gonna get you out of here.
Mom's okay.
Okay, so, what do you guys want to do? You want to get these guys out of here first, or?
Yeah, we should get him back.
What do you want to do with this kobold? Maybe we can keep him for questioning, or carry him with us, or just take him out.
It's up to you guys.
It's up to you there, Valen.
As you like look around, surveying the area, kind of after the battle, you see in the corner there's a bunch of like sort of rotted barrels and a few crates of dried meats. You see a couple fresher goat legs kind of strewn about the area, and Valen, as you kind of look around, you see there's like a small chest kind of tucked next to one of the barrels.
Is that on the map? I think I can see it right there, right?
That is a small chest, yeah.
All right, very good. Well, I'd like to question this guy, and then I can actually get some information about the chest as well, perhaps.
I'm sticking with Valen.
I'm gonna go into the children's place, and as long as they aren't afraid of me, I want to start talking to them, making them feel more comfortable.
Okay. They warm up to you pretty quick. They really, I mean, they have no reason not to or to dislike you. They've seen plenty of different races kind of over their lives traveling through. As long as you're not a kobold and you're speaking calmly, they're pretty comfortable being around you. They're warming up and kind of feeling a little better.
So I want to rouse this kobold.
All right. So you maybe take a little water from your water skin and just squirt it out at his face, and he sort of wakes up, but he's still very like injured and kind of laying there on the ground. He just opens his eyes and looks at you. He doesn't make any noise.
So I want to grab one of the fresher lamb legs or goat legs that you had mentioned and hand it to him. And in a calm and quiet voice, in Draconic, I ask him why he kidnapped the children.
He takes the goat leg and he looks back at you and he looks at the goat leg and he says, "Food."
Yeah, it's not poisoned. If you cooperate and tell me what I want to know.
No, we trade the children back to the town for food.
I see.
And he takes a bite of the lamb leg, but he's Me probably won't survive without medical attention.
I ask him what's in the chest.
Haven't been able to open.
Where did it come from?
Group of us up the hole from the depths.
Oh, you've been into the depths? How much have you explored down there?
We go time to time for hunting and gathering. Not been far.
How far is it to the bottom?
Long way. Ladder broke. Can't go.
Must be referring to that hole we passed by.
Yeah, I assume he is. Are there any other kobolds that live here?
No. Small group. Just surviving. Was going to trade chest for food. You can see looking around, like while there are a little bit of dried meats in the crate, those were probably gotten from maybe robbing a passing cart or something, but really there's not a lot around here. They live in squalor pretty much.
Well, he does understand common, but he probably doesn't understand elvish, right? I guess
You
I
can
wouldn't know that for sure.
can roll an intelligence check if you want.
I'm just going to assume that he doesn't. And in Elvish, I look to my comrades and say, we probably shouldn't leave him alive. He'll just continue terrorizing the town. And I'll see if anyone responds.
I think maybe Aaron can understand you.
Kobolds are a pest, so I don't know why you're even worried about it. Just deal with it.
As you turn to talk to Aaron, the kobold lashes out at you with his spear.
He gets attacked by the tentacle.
All right. Roll attack for the tentacle. Well, the tentacle misses, but so does the kobold. He lashes out at you, and I mean, it was pretty much his last breath effort.
I'm gonna. I was gonna counter.
You can kill. Yeah, no, he's alive, but I mean, it took all of his strength to muster the one sort of plunge towards Val, and you have advantage. Yes, actually, the tentacle did too, but you can roll advantage. Yeah. All right, that one hits and it ends him. You just chop down and sort of swiftly cut off his last breath.
I cut his arm off.
All right.
Spear falls on the ground.
I shield the children so they do not see that.
He was attacking my my person I'm supposed to protect.
Brutal, guys.
I'd sigh and say, how disappointing.
All right,
Well,
let's get these kids out of here and stop wasting time.
Well, there's a chest here also. How big is it? How heavy is it?
I mean, it's pretty small. It's probably like maybe 2 foot by. It's maybe like 1.5 feet by 8-10 inches.
So I want to see if it's trapped in any way, and then if it's not, we'll just take it with us.
Okay, roll an investigation check. All right. So as you pick up the chest, you look it over. It doesn't appear to be trapped, but what you can see is it's a very ornate chest. It has a sigil that you don't recognize, but it's the chest is sort of humming or buzzing softly, and it looks very old. Like the sigil is in good condition, but the chest itself is like very worn. It's made of stone. It's very weathered, but it is well made and still locked.
So this could be quite valuable. Maybe we can disguise or block the hole that they've been exploring so no one else finds it.
Don't worry about this stuff when we get the kids out.
If you're thinking about the rope that you specifically saw, Valen, the rope ladder was broken and the hole was hundreds of feet deep. It doesn't look like it's traversable without considerable effort.
Fair enough. All right. I guess can one person carry this, or do we need two people to carry it?
One of the stronger people. I mean, you could probably carry it.
All right. I'll just grab it out and cover it up with something.
I can carry it for you.
Okay. Actually, I would probably prefer that if that's all right.
Yeah, I'll carry it.
I want to cover it up with something, a sack or something, and we'll make our way back out.
Okay.
Okay. We can say for the sake of brevity that you guys gather the children and you can pretty safely make your way. It's not a far walk to Foxton, but do people maybe want to take a break here?
Yeah, quick break would be nice. I want to get something to eat.
Okay, let's take a breather. Meet back in 5-10 minutes back in Foxton.
We already had rooms and stuff in Foxton, right?
I don't know necessarily. I know that Mischief and Rain did, and Valamir and someone else at Aaron, didn't you? You won board forever. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if Skyless is still here, but I would ask Valamir just to go stash that chest for now.
We can talk about that once you get back. It's fine. We'll just do it with you guys arriving at Foxton. Okay, I'll AFK a sec.